Alright, so in the last video I talked about just the crush. I'm going to talk about an actual earnings play and how it would play out. So here we have a FedEx position that's already been on for a few days. I saw the volatility was high, so we jumped into this trade. You can see kind of the setup now. We have an iron condor on, so I'll go into the trade tab here and I will select this on. So let me just go back to expirations. So it's 8 days out, which is the first expiration after earnings. I can see that earnings is March 21st. So this would expire just after earnings. What we're trying to do is capitalize off the volume crush that happens during earnings. So here we have a volatility of 47, expected move of plus or minus 8.5. So I have an iron condor selected here. It's on the one standard deviation move. So this blue line is one standard deviation on the put side and the call side. I can go into the curve and look here, and it's 206.5, which is pretty much butts up to the expected move or standard deviation, and this side is actually just below it, and that is because this is the strikes that I put on a few days ago. So obviously the price has drifted backwards a little bit, but in the meantime we've picked up some positive theta decay and we're up a little bit on our position. But what I guess I'm trying to say is, like I said, we're trying to capitalize off that volatility crush. So I realize that we have a stock with high volatility, and maybe we want to take a look at playing earnings on it. So FedEx, we got this giant range to play here. So I've taken and put in these upper and lower limits into Thinkorswim on the charting, because I don't like the charting on here as much. So on Thinkorswim, here's FedEx, and here I have the 206.5 strike. I'm sorry, not strike. That's what I've plotted, is the 206.5 price range up here, in the 178.5 down here. So if earnings falls between these, we will gain a volatility crush. We know that the volatility declines drastically, usually after earnings. But also we have 3 days post earnings. So I guess we don't have to hold it that far, but we know that the price is going to drop because in the option pricing is volatility. So we know that it's instantly going to get crushed right after earnings. So whether we sell right off the rip, so like in this particular instance, it dropped just a little bit and then it kept dropping a little bit more. We can sell here, we can sell, at the end of the day here. It just depends. I guess kind of what we see. But if we think it's not going to move that much, we can take this trade, hoping that it's not going to step outside of here. Obviously, if we would have taken the same exact trade here, it wouldn't even been close. But you go back a little bit further, I was kind of doing some analysis here, and this is a bigger gap, but I don't know. I like higher volatility because even, I believe this, let me check here. Yeah, even 10, 12, I'm sorry, that was that one. This one, yeah, it was a little bit out of the range. Would have been in the range if it would have still been from open to close. And then the few more after this were smaller moves, but the volatility was a little bit different at that time. So it's just something to take a look at, because I think this range is huge, and I just can't see an earnings being that far outside of it. But I wanted your analysis on it, and I wanted you to kind of see how I was taking a look at these things. So you have to let me know what you think, King.